All right, what you need to know about RESA 2022 and deposits. Like the previous regime, a deposit must accompany the offer, unless it's specified in the offer and agreed upon by both parties that it's going to be paid at a later date. As an example, deposit to be delivered within 24 hours, right? That is okay. You can write that into the offer. The difference now is that the agent, the buyer's agent and the buyer's brokerage is responsible to ensure that that check or that deposit gets there within the agreed upon time. The onus is not on the buyer. So if the buyer's like, I didn't go to the bank today, sorry, I went fishing, you're on the hook. The agent is on the hook and may result in, of course, disentitlement of commission, their new favorite term, right? So as a buyer's agent, be very careful and be very diligent with your buyers and who you're working with to ensure that they're able to provide those deposit funds in a timely fashion. Now, electronic transfers, there's a couple changes with the Act here. E-transfers are accepted with a couple of rules. Number one, we will accept e-transfers from our clients. Okay, so if they are making if you have a buyer who's making a deposit on an outside brokerage listing, they would send their e-transfer to us first. We would get the funds and write a check to the listing brokerage. Okay, we will not accept e-transfers from outside brokerages. The RE/MAX agent can't send us a deposit via e-transfer, only our own clients. Okay, so with this, it's very important to know a couple of things. Number one is be aware of limits, right? So often people have limits on their e-transfers, right? $3,000 is a common one as an example. So if they're putting a $10,000 deposit down, well, we're going to need three deposits of $3,000 plus another one of $1,000, and that's all they can make it in a day. So we're not getting that money, the entire amount of the deposit for four days potentially. So on the offer, you would specify, deposit to be delivered within 5 days or 5 business days, because we're going to need 4 days to accept all of the money. And then we're going to need to actually write the check and have it out courier to the listing brokerage. So you want to give yourself, if you're doing that, or if your clients are wanting to e-transfer the deposit, make sure they know their limits. Make sure you give yourself enough time, because again, it's going to be your butt if they don't get all of that money to the listing brokerage on time. It's your butt, not theirs. And my butt, not theirs. So let's just make sure that's the biggest takeaway from this is really to be diligent with those deposits. Talk to the clients about it. Let's not take it for granted. Let's not be casual with our deposits. Let's be extra diligent with them. And we, again, should avoid any problems. As a listing agent, again, just note, again, place an importance on working on deposits. Those checks that are there, those bank drafts, that's going to be a much, again, more enticing offer to deal with when they actually have proof of having a deposit with the offer. I understand that a lot of offers these days are being emailed and presented digitally. So as a buyer's agent, you might want to consider, taking a picture of the check or verifying in some way that there's funds there, or, again, trying to not put your client at a disadvantage in a multiple offer situation because the deposit is unknown. Right? Hopefully that makes some sense. And of course, always happy to chat if you have any questions. But hopefully that is what you need to know about deposits.